Okay, let's see. I just posted a live video on my left hand playing, and I wasn't too happy with it because it was very bouncy. And I also realized that I don't think my microphone is good enough to pick up when I have this kind of bounce, but there was definitely a lot of bounce happening. Now, I just spent some time working out the kinks, if you will, to figure out how to go about teaching it so this doesn't happen. And I think I came out with something. So a lot of my methodology is based off of your ears and understanding. Again, I think having an understanding of the notes, if they're ascending or descending, going up and down is really, really important. On the violin, you can't really tell if the notes are going up and down because we have our fingers and the notes go like this. But you can tell from the bridge, okay, by the strings. So I do not use down bow and up bow to teach because I feel like down bow and up bow gets very confusing. I want to use down and up when it comes to notes and connecting to the music. Again, we have ears, cochlea, the scroll on top, the symbol on top of the violin. Connecting to your ears to the music, I think is key. So down and up gets very confusing because this is a down bow, this is an up bow. Now you tell a student to go down bow on the G string and they go, which is an up bow, because they're like, wait, but that's down. So I use minus and plus, okay, minus hand going farther from you, plus hand going closer to you. The spatial awareness is very important. Also, the bow being minus at the tip, smaller, and then heavier, plus at the frog. Your down bow, minus bow, is going to be going towards that tip. Your bowing, your bow stroke towards the tip. And then your up bow is going to be towards the frog. And I think that if you understand that, then all of a sudden, okay, G string down minus is minus bow, down bow is to the tip. All right. Now, one of the things I realize is when playing the scale, okay, obviously you want to understand the joints in your body, but I do realize that I feel like our brain doesn't quite reach your third and fourth finger, okay, especially on the bow side, maybe even on the violin side. So again, you have 68 joints total. Your brain needs to really connect to those parts of your body when you're playing. So let's try this. The joints connecting to your body is my whole methodology too. Okay, that being part of your ears, and I know I'm going up the scale now. Down. Okay, now I'm changing my eyes around because again, yes, my brain, I need to connect to my left hand, my third and fourth finger. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going up the scale. Now I'm going down the scale. All right, this is a little bit better. Another thing too was up and down. What gets kind of confusing is for our fingers, violin fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we think about it as in numerically like 1 to 4, we think of going up because the numbers are going up. 4 to 1 is going down. But when you're playing the violin, that is not the case. You can play, or even an open string, which is notated as a O or 0, some people think, because you don't have any fingers on the fingerboard on the strings. Well, open to open can be the same. Like, if you think about it mathematically, 0 equals 0, right? Okay, well, here, open here could be same note. It could be going down. It can also be going up. Okay, just like fourth finger to first, 4 to 1, it's not going down. It can go down, but the notes can also go up, and it can also go to the same note. So I believe, like with the violin hand, it's just to break that connection between numbers and your connection to notes. Now on a piano, you have all the keys in front of you. Left over here, we have like low, and then right is going to be high. You can see it, and I think that helps with muscle memory and listening. Violin, it gets a little bit tricky. Okay, so first thing is to train the ears to connect to your instrument. Okay, these 4 magical strings. So Once more. Connecting my forefinger, my ring. All right, that was better. Let's bounce. Now let me try the third position. All right, so even how your legs are feeling too. You can't see in the camera, but I'm kicking about. All right, this was a disaster earlier, so let's try this again. It's connecting to the ring finger and the pinky. So we have those joints there. Okay, 3 each finger, base. Let's see, 3 each finger, 6, and okay, all right, I can feel myself connecting to my hands more, especially with the bow side, but I feel tense. So what is it? When you feel tense, hips, 3 joints, 68. Nose. Ah, that was ringing, very good. Nose, and then the joints again, joints. Let's do that again. All right, yes. All right, I think I know, just to wrap things up. Ears connecting as a beginner, you want to understand if the notes are going higher or lower. And I know it seems like stating the obvious, but you do need to make that connection. Focusing on the ears, and then I'll get into this in a different video, but I had this whole thing of the shape of your hand and understanding the shape of both hands without the instrument, like what's going on and what is going to be detrimental to your sound, like this, beginners, or like that. Shape of hands, and of course, my whole thing of understanding it's not understanding, I guess it's just wiring it in. The joints in your body. I don't believe in people that are not coordinated. It's just their brain didn't quite connect to all their joints, or they're not working together as a team, as I say. Then let's see, that minus and plus bow I do have to talk about, because that's something very different with my methodology. Minus and plus. That's the bow stroke, connecting to that point of contact. I call it the POC, is where the bow touches the string, so the point of contact is always moving throughout the bow. String changes, okay, and bow strokes. You don't move in the plus or minus, but a clean string change. We have that string change up, and then you move in the bow stroke. But if I move at a minus or plus direction as I'm trying to string change, that happens. And you get that messiness, but minus, string change, up, and then plus bow. All right, and then there's the bow connections, the bow changes. So we have more time here. This is why traditionally they teach down bow and up bow is pull and push. Why? Because when you think pull, you think a little bit of a slower start, and push, we think of a faster start. Now, your time perception is really linked with your bow and the spatial, like how far and close your bow head is. So the one going into the plus bow, it has to be not a head, but it has to be fat, like it has to be more energy, if you will. And I'm not talking about physically, just more energy for your brain, because this is on a very minute scale. And then the bow change into the minus bow is less, if I were to compare both of these. So. I can be where my bow hand here, 68. And And the thumb, I need to figure out this thumb thing. But again, the 12 major ones with the fingers. I think I should name the thumb plays a huge role too. I feel that I should almost have, there's like two different, I need to name this, but we have the bridge in your hand, which fun fact, this is the same shape as your bridge, the arch in your hand there. But your thumb, it's like, it harmonizes, it balances with the fingers. So we have like the four fingers, but the thumb is, I think the thumb is almost like a connection. Think of it as a plug. It connects you to the bow, and it connects you to the violin, but it doesn't really play a part in having to, I think. Think of it as a plug. It just connects. It doesn't play a part as in like you have to press in with the tip of your thumb or to grip. So let's try that again. Thumb connector is plugged in. That got rid of the bounce. And I think that's why when I get nervous, my bow bounces, because I start gripping in with my thumb, and it's on a very minute scale. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, thumb or just act as plugs to connect you to the instrument. All right, 68. All right. All right, woohoo. That is that. I definitely need to write that down, and more to come hopefully tomorrow.